What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Man, it has been such a long time since I've done this type of video. I don't even know if I still remember how to do it. But it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I got nothing better to do. So let's go ahead and look at the full spoiler of King's Court, which was just posted on the official Yu-Gi-Oh card database. If you want to know how to access this, just go to yugiohcard.com, click on the database, and then go to search. You'll see King's Court on the side. It even has a little highlight that says new there. And yeah, I believe that this was just posted today. I've looked through the entire set. I haven't read every new card, but I've read probably about half of them. So I've seen some interesting stuff in here. We got some pretty solid reprints. One of them, which, you know what, before I even start looking at or talking about some of the cards that I think are interesting, let's just go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. Boom, right there. Lightning Storm, the chase card, probably of this entire set. $100 card, which I mean, most people don't play one Lightning Storm. You play like multiple copies of it. So yeah, Lightning Storm reprint is 100% confirmed. I figured why even just, you know, wait, don't even just beat around the bush. People want to know about Lightning Storm, and I don't know, for those of you who maybe couldn't afford to get a play set, it's I mean, it has to get a little bit cheaper because there's just going to be more Lightning Storm in circulation. Will this get reprinted in like the Gold Series or another, you know, like set before the end of the year? I don't know about that, you know, but yeah, Lightning Storm reprints. Also, World Legacy Guard Dragon. This is an awesome card, I think, from Savage Strike, but I don't know, Dragon Link just got kind of wrecked on the ban list, so this one may have been this may have been a little better before, you know, the ban list came out, but you know, regardless, we are getting it. I guess good for like Dragon Maids. Wicked Erasers, I think that we already knew about those. Some other decent reprints: Pot of Duality, Ties of the Brethren, I guess the Warrior stuff, because the Yugi Knight cards are Warrior, you know, King's Knight, Jack Knight, etc., etc. So Reinforcement of the Army, Warrior Returning Alive. We knew that. So, I mean, I guess it made sense for F-Zero, Utopic Future, to be in here because we're getting the newer one, the one that Snatch steals, and negates a card, which is really good. Got a bunch of XC stuff in here. One card I didn't quite understand was Evolves or Doka. I don't know if, like, is that just because dinosaurs are seeing meta play right now or what? But yeah, I don't think there's any other dinosaur stuff in here, so I didn't quite understand that, but I'm not going to complain. We got a Fortune Tune reprint, which is nice, because I think Fortune Tune actually sneakily was kind of up there in price, and who knows, you know, with the Astro Karibo, it's not a bad card at all. So Fortune Tune for the virtual world players. Scrap Twin Dragon, another like sneaky nice reprint for any decks that can summon level 9, well, not even for any decks, but because you need a scrap tuner. So basically, unless you're, you know, playing scraps, or I guess running a dinosaur engine with a bunch of, you're running a dinosaur deck with a bunch of like, you know, scrap engine, like it can be kind of nice if you are playing, or if you can summon level 9s. Not a bad card, but I believe that it had gotten like $15 or something like that, because it hasn't been reprinted since like 5Ds, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, moving on. We got cards like Rescue Rabbit. That's just for the Yugi Knight cards. Jack's Knight, King's Knight, which, speak of the devil right here. I guess they want you to summon Queen's Knight and Jack's Knight with the Rescue Rabbit. So, you know, fair enough, I guess. We have a couple of Zexal Weapon cards because it's the year of Yuma, so why not, you know, include as many Zexal Weapons as you want. And then we start looking at some pendulum stuff here. This card, Drowsing Fusion, interesting. Fusion, summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from the graveyard. And that sounds really cool, except it says pendulum monsters can be used as fusion material. Or excuse me, only pendulum monsters can be used as fusion material. And that was the part that made me say, wait, what? So, like, usually pendulum monsters aren't in the graveyard to begin with because they go to the extra deck, but I don't know. I really like this card because I was like, oh, it's like Miracle Fusion for like every deck, but then it just, you know, they had to put that pendulum part in there, and I was like, oh man, they had to go out there and bum me out, because I think that could have been really good in a whole bunch of decks, but, you know, I digress. We got some other cards that people have been waiting for some time, like Crystal Girl. Definitely a card that we've been waiting for in the TCG for a while. The number F0 Utopic Draco Future, like, man, if you're playing at C decks, you want this card. This card is incredibly strong turn one. Not only negating monster effects, but also taking the monster. Get out of here. You can beat your opponent down with their own monster. This card's not bad. The Guilty Gearfried, it's not like mind-blowingly good, but if you're playing, I don't know, like a Yugi Knight deck, maybe you could run it. You do need two warriors with different attributes, and the Yugi Knights are light. I think all the new cards are light as well, but maybe you could mix in some like new stuff. This card is not really that difficult to summon. There are other fusion support cards in here, and it gets like targeting protection. I believe if your opponent tries to target this card in any way, you can just negate that effect, and then you get to pop a card on the field. Also, I guess you could target it yourself, and then it would kind of be the same exact thing. Like, yeah, target it yourself, blow something up during your or on your opponent's side of the field. Like, that's kind of cool. This card's really interesting. Zolga, a Prophet. I believe that this is a Shizu Ishtar card. When it's in the graveyard and your opponent attacks with a monster that was tribute summoned, you can banish this card from the graveyard, blow up the monster, and inflict 2,000 damage. So kind of like Sakuretsu Armor on crack, but it only works against tribute monsters, which, I don't know, maybe against Flunderies or something like that, or maybe you're playing against like True Draco or another deck that like tribute summons. This card, Goldeneye's Idol, is also interesting. It's a Pegasus card that actually mimics the the Millennium Eye. It lets you look at your opponent's hand, which is really cool. You see right here, you can activate this effect. Look at your opponent's hand. So you just look at their hand, and that's, I mean, you know what they got, I guess. It also becomes Thousand Eyes Idol, and then when it's sent to the field or when it's sent to the graveyard or banished, you can take one of your opponent's effect monsters and equip it to a Thousand Eyes Restrict or a Relinquish monster. This was really interesting. We were just talking about XYZ Dragon Cannon on my live stream last night, and sure enough, it randomly gets a support card. I mean, I don't know if this is random, but yeah, new support card. And the sad thing about this, and I said this during the live stream, I feel like it's almost kind of pointless to support this archetype because, or theme, archetype, whatever you want to call it. We know that ABC basically is just, it's a newer version of this theme, just better, right? Like in every way, ABC just makes these cards look like crap, and this card is, it's good. It's a continuous trap that either lets you put your Union cards back from banish to the graveyard and draw a card, or into your deck and draw a card, or you can get a removal card where you discard cards and then you blow up cards on your opponent's side of the field, doesn't even target. Like, it's so good, but it only works really with the XYZ Dragon Cannon. Like, you either have to have that on the field or a monster that listed as material. So it just doesn't really work with ABC. And I'm so bummed out because I feel like ABC players deserved a really powerful utility card like this, but it was not to be, especially with Union Carrier getting banned. Like, God, this would have been so good for ABC. It would have given you a removal card and a way to just draw and recycle your ABC pieces. Like, that would have just been nuts. New magnet support for Yugi and his Magnet Warriors, which they were like the counterpart to ABC, but ABC was like so much better. I mean, winning YCSs and whatnot. This new card, Thunder Speed Summon, works with level 10s. One of the boss monsters for the night cards is a level 10 right here, the Arcana Triumph Joker. But actually, this card low-key can kind of be used in trains. First effect during the main or battle phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one level 10 monster. And there you go. It says, or if you have Queen, Knights, or King on the field, or Queen, Jack, and King, then you can get like a bonus effect. But honestly, maybe you could run that in trains just for a little more damage and stuff like that. Anyways, you guys can read all of the effects of like the new night cards and all the other new cards that you might not know about. You can read them on this page. I just wanted to let you guys know what was in here. Definitely an interesting set. I don't think everything in here makes sense. Like, I'm looking at cards like Gravekeeper Spy. Like, I don't know. That's just a little random to me. I told you guys about like Evolves or Doke. I mean, I guess some of the cards are just in here because maybe they needed reprints, like Infinite cards. It's literally never seen play ever. So yeah, some of the cards I imagine are just in here because Konami hasn't reprinted them in a long time. Maybe they want to update problem solving card text. Who knows? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, let me know what you guys think of this set, and what card are you most excited for coming out of here? I think most people are probably going to say Lightning Storm.